Hello, everybody. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are once again welcome to yet another very scintillating episode of a Sit Down With. Today, I will be having an amazing interview with one of Cameroon's finest in the diaspora. She is the co-founder of TURACOS. TURACOS is a company that you will be finding out what it's all about. We will be having a sit down with her and she will talk about everything there is to know about this amazing company. But before I get her on stage, ladies and gentlemen, you are once again very welcome. I need you to pump hearts, send stars, send hearts, share this video to groups. Okay, tag your friends to come and let's talk about entrepreneurship. Now, this is not a very fun filled topic, it's not the gossip type, and I expect very few persons to be on here, but hey, challenge me today and let's see many more persons joining this interview. Okay, I need all of you to be there. And if you need me to project your comment, please, you know how we do it. Drop a comment in the comment section, and of course, I would be more than willing to put it on the screen so that everybody can see your lovely face. Hello. Are we there? Who is there? From hearts, share this video, share to groups, share to as many platforms as possible. Tag your friends, tag your family members. Let's talk entrepreneurship. Okay. I like I said, for it's not very juicy, but hey, it's very jam-packed. And for people who want to just get beyond the ordinary, go out of their comfort zone, okay, challenge the status quo. This is about that interview and that platform where you should be at. Okay. Let me see those of you who are joining. I can't see any comments yet. I can't see your hearts. You're not sending hearts. I can see 20 persons already joining me and watching, but hey, I can't see the hearts. We're on 23 now. Yeah, the numbers are climbing. Please let me know in the comments if you're there. Pump hearts. Okay, send stars. Of course, you see the icons on there. Send stars as well. Okay, I think somebody has just commented. I'm just waiting for my dashboard to give me the signals. Keep sharing, guys. I'm impressed. The number is going up. We are going to talk everything business today. Today is business, man. Come on, let's hear how to improve on your business, start up a business plan, look for potential sponsors, and why not funding? Isn't that interesting? So if you're not even interested in business, how about getting your friends to come on board? I can't see your comments. I can't see them. Let me know in the comments who is there, who is watching me, so that we can get to the chase. Okay. So my guest is behind the scenes screen. She's all gorgeous, looking beautiful. Matter of fact, I don't have only one guest. I have more than one guest. Okay. So get ready, anticipate, and let us have a beautiful time. Okay, I'm beginning to see one person now in the comment section. Franklin Heyday. Hey, thank you for all the stars in the world, the stars, the hearts, and all whatnot. I'm happy to have you. Have you shared the video? Please do share. Okay, tag your friends, tag them in the comments. Say, come on, let's talk about business. Let's talk something else today. Okay. Okay, who else is there? I need to see you all. Come on, what's happening? I can't see your comments. What's going on? Please, come on, comment something so I can project and know that you're watching. What's going on with you? You're just looking at me. Come on, let's do this, man. Let's do this. Okay. Share this video, please. Pump hearts, send stars, and comment so I can project them. Okay. So I'm still stuck at Franklin Headache, but I'm seeing loads of persons watching me. I'm not sure if you're shy. Are you shy? Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let me know who is watching so we can get on with business. Right. If you're just joining, we're about to have a really very interesting interview. It's not the very usual guest, somebody very different, a beautiful young woman doing phenomenal and representing Cameroon in the diaspora. Today, we said to have a sit down with her, of course, because she has a lot to teach us, a lot to tell us, a lot that we don't know. And of course, she's more than willing to answer to the many questions as far as business, entrepreneurship, education is concerned. So let me know. Okay, what is going on? Because I can't believe that you're not sending comments. What's going on? Come on. Franklin, if you're listening to me, maybe you keep sending the comments. Let me know if the problem is from my angle. Because I can't believe you're watching without sending. I can see you pumping hearts. I need comments. Comments to know you are there because I can't read any names. Oh my God. Eric Jackson, I see you. Big boy, I see you. I throw a salute. How are you? Long time, Papa. I see you. Who is there? So today we have the men. Have you noticed something? So when we're talking gossip, okay, if we're talking, we're just chit-chatting or any one of these very light-weighted subjects, you will see every woman in the comment section. Now we're talking entrepreneurship, and guess what? I'm seeing just the men. This is very telling, right? I need to see the women. I need to see the wait. What is going on? Why are you guys watching me and not sending comments? I can't see your comments. What's happening? Okay, let me change the conversation. Let's talk about some let's gossip. And now I'll get to see the comments of the ladies. Okay, so I need about few more seconds so I can get our guest on screen, okay? And so you don't waste your data coming on here. But hey, I can guarantee you there's much more today, more than just the usual talks we talk on social media and the play we do. So please get your friends, get your family, get everyone who is interested in education on. I said it. Now the girls are beginning to come because I've said we're going to talk about gossip and they're coming. Okay, I'm just joking. Okay, I'm just joking. Harriet Fru, I see you. Okay, please keep pumping hearts. Okay, we can't have 30 persons watching me and then we're not seeing comments in the comment section. I need to see Loved Inspirational Show. Thank you so much. And it's a good thing that today is a Labor Day. And yes, it coincides, yeah, with our program. I didn't even notice. Okay, so thank you so much for joining. Now I'm beginning to see the women. Betila Gold, I see you. Betila goes, when you come on a video, okay, talk about something very important, okay? Don't talk about things that are not important. So it's good to have you. Happy Levels Day, and let's talk about business, okay? So I'm not going to project the other comments because it's not important now. Now, share this video. I'm just about time for us to bring our main guest on here. Like I said, we have more than just a guest. She is here with other people with testimonials about TURACOS. TURACOS, like I said, it is a company that is geared towards enriching, impacting the youths, not limited to Cameroonians, but predominantly Cameroonians on entrepreneurship. What I mean by that is business. So startup businesses, how to run these businesses, how to pitch your ideas to potential sponsors, and of course, have the necessary funds to fund these business ideas. I have Ebanga Enoma. Hello, Ebanga. Happy Level Day to you as well. We have Marcelinus Agendia. Hello, Marcelinus. I see you. We have Chu Sylvia May. Hello, Chu Sylvia. I see. So we have more persons watching. And ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please pump hearts to have our very beautiful, dynamic, wonderful CEO of TURACOS, Franka Ebai, join us on board. Hey, pump hearts for her before you get to listen to her.
So, okay, thank you so much for the very nice welcome. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for the audience. So I hope they are pumping a lot of hearts for you, huh?
They're welcome. You're so highly welcome. It's good to have you. Yeah, we're all wearing this on our
Well, mine is medically related. Is yours also medically
it
related? Or?
is. So you see me
Okay.
all the time with it because I can't do without it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
You're very much welcome.
Yes.
As we can see and as we can ascertain, Franka Ebai is from the southwest region of Cameroon. Of course, your name gives you out like that. However, we want to know more about who this beautiful damsel is, and you might want to just tell us who you are and what inspired you to come up with such an amazing initiative.
Okay, thank you so much again. So I'm Franka Ebai, as you mentioned. I'm originally from Cameroon, the southwest region, and but I'm based in Switzerland for over 8 years now, or close to, yeah, 8 years, I would say. And I studied in Cameroon. I studied up to my first bachelor's degree in the University of Boya. I did finance. Then I traveled to Switzerland. I started all over again. I did another bachelor's degree in business administration. And that is where the interest actually started in entrepreneurship. So I did, while
Right.
doing business administration, I was specialized again in finance. But my bachelor's thesis was Are Cameroonians entrepreneurial? That was my bachelor's thesis in Switzerland. And can
Oh, great.
microfinance organizations in Cameroon finance entrepreneurial projects? And the findings from my bachelor's thesis led me to see that even though we are entrepreneurs, I mean, we are all businessmen and women, right? Small businesses, but microfinance institutions are not financing these businesses. So we have category 2 or 3, they're not financing. In fact, there was one particular case that she filled up my survey because I sent somebody in 3 different schools, University of Boya, Biaka, and another university in Cameroon. And when that survey came back to me, because it was scanned, she said, please, I need 150,000 francs to finance my business. So that really touched me. It's like, oh, she probably has something that she's doing and she needs this to finance, right? From there, I did my master's and I was specialized now in business development. And while studying, I found out that here in Switzerland, regardless of what you're studying, you still need to do entrepreneurship. Whether you're in the science field, engineering, art, you must do an entrepreneurship course. But this is not the case in Cameroon. This is not the case in most African countries. I could even say so. That if you are doing science, you're not exposed to entrepreneurship. If you're doing nursing, no. Even when you're doing finance, I did banking and finance in Boya, and I was not exposed to any entrepreneurship. But here in Switzerland, you are exposed. So this interest was like, I was like thinking to myself, like, okay, what if we bring out this mentality among our youth, among the students, among those running small businesses? Let them not think of how our parents did it or they are still doing it, but rather think of innovative entrepreneurship. This
Hmm.
is how it came about. Thinking of innovative entrepreneurship means start thinking of what is the problem and how can you solve this problem. And this is actually the basis which I would give more details to. But now to really focus on your first question is who am I? I'm Cameroonian. I'm based in Switzerland. I'm an entrepreneur. I found TURACOS. I'm also a researcher. And I'm also doing my second master's degree
Mm-hmm.
in, yeah. So my first, I have 2 degrees in finance. I have a master's degree I have a master's degree in business development, and my next master's now is in data protection. So that is what I do, and that is me.
My sister, this many book, this too much book. I'm happy that you are here today to share with we're here to benefit from this wealth of wisdom that you have, man. You were talking and I was just jumping in my spirit, like, I mean, it's the same background I have, man. I did study same in the university, and of course there is no follow-up, it is just okay, the theory, but what about the practicals, and which is even more important to especially the students. And when we leave there, you see, I'm now into entertainment and relationship and every other thing that has nothing to do with corporate finance that I read and have
Yeah.
even a master's degree in. So you can only imagine, because there's hardly these platforms and these opportunities that are given these students when we leave university and more. And this is the reason why it's important for every one of you listening to me interested in being an entrepreneurship. And it's important that she underscored the fact that it is not just about art students, not limited to science students. It is every other person who is interested in, let me use the word that we are very prone to, business. You see, so yeah, when we say entrepreneurship, it looks like it's too much big book that we're talking about. It's just business, and it's as basic as selling puff puff. And this is what we are here to talk about: how you can pitch this your puff puff business to somebody out there, and of course have potential for funds to finance all of it. She is one of those people who is not just talking like some of us who just talk the theory because we ended with some notes. I don't know where my notes are, and if you start asking me to define corporate finance now, I'll start, I'll literally cringe. And I'm happy because I'm sharing a stage with somebody who is not just talking, but is walking the talk. And if you know what that means. And of course, like I said, the youth are not very much interested in this, but these are programs you should see and learn. Because, hey, if you are attending a seminar, for instance, and she gets to hold a talk back where she is in Switzerland, trust me, it's going to cost you a fortune. She's paid
Yep.
huge sums of money to give this knowledge that she's giving for free. So you want to share this, get other persons to join so that we can have a good time together and really learn. Because it's all about learning. I'm really big on education. And I'm happy. Hey guys, I'm brand ambassador of TURACOS, just so you know. But today is not my turn, okay? It's my boss. He's my boss. It's my boss's day to answer to the many questions. Now, yeah, before we get to the next, of course, you took my second question away from me, yeah, by answering the first one. But what would you say? Let me bring it again up. What would you say are the many problems that you realize that the youths are facing? Okay, we want to talk about it more like the objectives of, more like the problematic that you realize that Turacos could come in and propose solutions to the, what were the problems students were facing, or just youths in general were facing, and you thought, you know what, I can
Yep.
handle this, like the
Okay.
big girl I am.
Okay. Well, I mean, while I'm a co-founder, we are a whole team in TURACOS, right? So there's a lot of people behind it. But to answer your question, it's what is the problem? And this is how we started TURACOS, right? What is the problem we are seeing? Why should TURACOS even exist? One factor that we identify is inadequate entrepreneurial training. And I'm
Right.
not only talking to business students here, I'm talking to those in the science field, even in the law background. There is inadequate entrepreneurial training. Secondly, those who are actually saying, I'm studying entrepreneurship, I've been to Cameroon, I've seen their curriculum. It's so theoretical. I even went up to attending a master's class in entrepreneurship, and they were like, what is definition of entrepreneurship? Well, where is the practical part? So inadequate entrepreneurial training, lack of entrepreneurial practical experience. So that is
Hmm.
missing. Those teaching the entrepreneurship in the courses I visited were not even entrepreneurs themselves.
Oh my
Then
God.
another thing that we saw as a problem is there is no platform, or the platforms are very limited where aspiring entrepreneurs can connect with existing entrepreneurs. So that platform is missing, or it's very limited. And then there
Hmm.
is also the lack to access to financing is very limited. So those
Hmm.
who have business ideas and they want to do something, they want to take their ideas to another level, they are very limited. They do not have an adequate platform. They do not have a link. So I think another last thing is people have come to us, and even from my thesis, like, what is the problem now? They're saying, oh, I do not know how to pitch my idea. So these are the 5 problems that we've identified: inadequate entrepreneurial training, lack of practical experience, lack of a platform to connect with like-minded people in the entrepreneurial field, and also lack of access to finances and the inability to pitch ideas. So these are the
Excellent.
problems that Turacos is there to address.
I'm so happy. We are talking about this today, ladies and gentlemen. Please, if you are having a good time, to pump some hearts to our beautiful and lovely co-CEO, founder, whatever title she chooses to go by today. Please, because it's very interesting and it's very educative. Okay, we're not just here to entertain; we're here to educate, most importantly. So I'm happy that you listed these things, and I was caught up by Harriet. Harriet Fru says something very interesting, and she says, "Truth is, drawing a business plan and learning how to pitch your idea to potential investor is my own problem." Now you see, I don't know if this is part of, yeah, of course, he said drawing a business plan, because before you're able to pitch it out, you must be able to do draw your business plan, and so make it understandable so that every entrepreneur or whoever, an investor, potential investor, could understand exactly what you're on about. I'm happy that some of them with petite ideas, business ideas, are in the comments, and they can as well benefit from the things you would be saying. So yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so let's talk
Yep.
about the course. Okay. I'm
Mhm.
made, oh well, as a brand ambassador, I know that we're offering these courses, which are not
Mhm.
um I won't say it's not cheap, but it's affordable. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so we know, because one thing I've realized is when you give things to people for free, they do not
Mhm.
value it. And at
True.
TURACOS, we are not just giving you fish, we're teaching you how to catch fish.
Mhm.
And she's here to teach us how to. Of course, somebody like Harriet would want to know how to catch that fish from what she's explaining. But now
Mhm.
let's entice them more with the benefits of this course, okay?
Mhm.
Because they'll be like, oh, what do I stand to benefit? I'm just gonna come there. And are you
Mhm.
just saying that you would just tell me, tell us what we stand to benefit? Let's look at the
Mhm.
course in its entirety. How
Mhm.
is it? How is it run? How long, duration,
Mhm.
and before we come into the benefits of all of that. Yeah.
Okay, so thanks again for that question. Turacos, we have two separate programs. We have the Business Innovation Training 1 and the Business Innovation Training 2. The
Mm-hmm.
focus is on Business Innovation Training 1. The year what we are offering is started with what is entrepreneurship, what is innovative entrepreneurship, because we're not just teaching you entrepreneurship, we are focusing on innovative entrepreneurship.
Innovative
In,
keyword
exactly.
innovative. Yeah,
And please remind me of to define what I mean by innovative entrepreneurship, okay?
I sure will.
So that people would know what is innovative entrepreneurship. Okay, good. So the business innovation training one is made up of 16 sessions. And it's an 8 weeks program, twice a week, where you start with what is innovative entrepreneurship, how to identify a business idea, what is the problem that I want to address, and then how do I address this? That is the solution. How do I reach my potential clients? That is where you go to the field. And I want to really stress that our program is a learning by doing. So you actually do it. You actually work on either an existing a project that you're already running, or we help you to form a project. And this is the project you will work on till the end of the course. And most importantly, during the course, we will have meetings with different entrepreneurs. The last session that we had 12 different experts. So while I'm leading, I would believe that you will also learn not only from me, but from these different experts. We had experts from South Africa. We had experts from Zimbabwe. We also had experts from Cameroon and then from Switzerland. So it's a
Okay, I'm gonna cut you there just so that we break it down, okay? Because it's a
right.
lot of things that we're saying, and I
Sure.
wish to take them along just so that they follow. Okay,
Yeah.
let's take it chronologically. So you've said that the Business in Innovative Training One, it's
Mhm.
actually made up of, you said 16 courses or 16 different
It's
um
16 sessions. It's
sessions,
16
right?
different
Let me not say
sessions.
courses, yeah,
Yeah.
sessions. And in these sessions, we're going to talk about everything. So there are those who are on zero, on a
Yep.
scale of zero. So
Yep.
they are there with no business plan, no
Mhm.
business idea. And
Yep.
then we, as an institution, we get to teach them how to go about that or to start it up. And
Yep.
there are also those, on the other hand, who already have a business idea, but then we're
Mhm.
going to build it up with them. I'm using that word just so that we
True.
understand. Did I get it right?
You got it right. Exactly. There are people who know business idea, and there are people who come with an already existing business idea and they work on this idea. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, taking out from there. Yes, please.
Oh, okay. So as I said, you learn the basis of what is. How do I? Let's take a case. I am Franka, and I'm coming into Turacos. I do not have any entrepreneurial knowledge. So we start with, okay, what are some of the problems you've been seeing around you? It could be from your formal education. It could be with the in your neighborhood. So how do you identify this business idea? And then once you identify it, then we work on a model called the Lean Canvas model. This is where you would work on this model to detail the problem and the solution. So
Okay.
you will be introduced to this model. So you don't need to know it beforehand. You will be introduced to it. And once you've detailed out your business idea, we will take you now through what is the solution. to this problem that you've identified. And while doing this, you are also meeting different experts, so different startup founders that have done it like you, and they are sharing with you what was what were their challenges. So because when you see a successful entrepreneur, you do not only learn because they are successful, you learn from the problems they had and how they
Yes,
overcame such problems, right? So we bring them
absolutely.
so that they can interact with you. And then once we are done with that phase, you will go on to how to pitch this idea. So you will learn how to pitch by the 10-20-30 rule. You also do not need to know this beforehand because the experts will be there to teach you. We will also bring in a finance expert because part of business is also understanding numbers. So we would introduce you to finance, where you would have 3 different courses in 3 different sessions in finance management 1, 2, and 3. And by the end of such sessions, you'll be able to come up with your own cash flow statement. I know this is really high level already. I'm sorry about it. But once you get into the program, you see that it's really simple. We try to create a seamless process for you. We hold you by
Right.
the hand such that at the end, you will be pitching like a pro your business idea. So that is, in fact, a summary of what you will experience during the 16 sessions of the Business Innovation Training 1.
Mm. I'm happy. So about the business innovative training session 1, it's all about the know-how, getting to, in fact, so it's taking the education proper, educate you on everything there is to know about your business that maybe you've not started or the one you have started, get into the nitty-gritties of that. And then talk about the business training too.
Okay, the business training to
I
so
think I
what
think this is where some of us are very interested in. The one we're very interested in because I think
yeah.
money has to do with capital. So
Yeah, yeah. Okay, wait. So the business innovation training one, just to point out, it's a hybrid session where you can join either in the classroom or you join online. But the business
okay.
innovation training two now it's strictly online, and it's really by invitation. So you are in
Mm,
the business innovation training one, and we see that we call them rising stars, or so we
mm,
see that they are really dedicated to the program. So our team looks at their idea and they say, okay, look, we could coach this idea, we could take this word. So we
right,
really move only these people we see as rising stars, those who are really
right.
dedicated to their project, to the business innovation training too. So it's really by invitation. There is no fees involved for that one. There in the business innovation training too, you have already had an idea in the business innovation training one. So you will now take your idea to another level. So you are
Okay.
now transforming your idea into a market ready product. So let's say your problem, you identified a problem that most Cameroonians do not have insurance policies. So they scare away from having an insurance. And then your solution is to make them have an insurance. So you develop a really good platform like Wapiso, which is a platform to get connected to doctors and have insurance, right? So by the time you're finishing business innovation training too, your product is ready. And this is where people in our network would say, okay, we want this idea. We want to implement it. And this is where the funding comes from. But I want to point out that it's not about you coming into the business innovation training too and you automatically get money. No, it's just that at least it takes you to some extent to people who want to put in money in ideas that they believe in. But it takes some work to get there.
Of course. Okay. Now, so you have given us all the all the grammar about the TURACOS and business innovative training 1 and 2. Yeah, I want us to break it down with maybe an example. So, for instance, I'm coming up on board with. I love puff and beans. I love that particular combo, and I wish to make it a thing. You see, tell me how vividly how we can and work on that and make it a household name and of course a business venture which is worth you know uh,
Yeah. Okay. So if you come, first of all, if you come into the program, you say, okay, I want to sell puff and beans. The first thing we
right.
ask, yes, the first thing we'll like say, hey, get rid of the mentality, the one you had before, where moms would put like
Achombo,
firewood
achombo,
outside.
yeah.
Exactly. I grew up in Douala, so that's how it's done. Like you put firewood outside and then fry beignet and haricot. No, so they
Right.
tell you to get rid of that. The thing will say, okay, hey Franka, think of why do people actually eat pop and beans? What are you addressing? You're probably saying, oh, we are addressing people leave very early in to go to the farm or to go to their different workshops and they need something to eat. And that's why and pop and beans fill their stomach. So this is the first thing you need to start thinking. What needs are you addressing with your pop and beans?
I
And then
love that.
the other thing you're thinking of is what are the profiles that are buying these pop and beans? You probably have people, pop and beans is national food, right? We
Mm.
have the farmers eating it, the electricians, the engineers, even those in universities having it. Now we think, okay, do you want to address every profile or do you want to address a particular profile? And now
Right.
maybe you're saying, oh, I want to address teachers that have courses in the morning. So they have to teach maybe at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. And maybe they didn't have breakfast at home. So they are rushing out to buy pop and beans. So now you've seen we've gone from the problem to profile. And then the next thing I was like, okay, how do you address this need? Now you start thinking of, okay, maybe my packaging. These are teachers, right? They have a certain level of esteem and they want good packaging. They want something to hold on to. Or maybe they are coming to eat, but they do not have enough time to sit and wait for long, but they need a comfortable environment. They are making
Right.
their notes. So you start thinking of solution. This is where you say, okay, my packaging, which kind of packaging do I need in order to serve my pop and beans? My
That befits the
environment,
status
that befits the status of the people, of
of
the
the
teachers.
people, my clientele. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And so
Right.
you think of that, or maybe some teachers come with their notes, so they are eating and writing something. So you think of, okay, my environment, maybe I need a good chair and a table. And well, what about those teachers that rush to do not really want to sit, but then they are already in class, but you can deliver. And then you start thinking of a delivery service. But now you are alone. So do I need a delivery guy? Can I have a bike? Or can I arrange with two bikes where they would be the one to deliver? So you
No, nobody should steal my business idea. Oh, this one they give it to me. It's my example I gave. Just so you know, because I know this, they will start copying. The next thing that they will come back to me and say, "Oh, they are stuck with this business idea I was giving." You don't. I know them, so I'm
well,
sorry. Go on.
we should have signed something that any idea discussed on this platform should not be used, huh?
It's
So
my intellectual property. You steal it. That's intellectual property theft. So
yeah.
hey,
So now, once
right,
you've thought of this solution, like you've thought of your profile, you've thought of how to address your profile and these people who will be eating your pop and beans. So
right.
what I want to point out is our mothers were not thinking like that. They were not thinking of the problem. They were thinking, oh, people that are hungry. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
you
say
just
the
want to
pigeon,
feed
and
your
then I
stomach,
put
and that's
it.
it.
Exactly. But now you've studied, let's say, innovative entrepreneurship. Then I go back to my question. What is innovative entrepreneurship? It has three parts. Problems. What is the problem? People in the morning, they don't have breakfast at home. They want something to fill their stomach, but they are thinking
Right,
of maybe their self-esteem. Maybe people, they not see inside the chopped pop and
right,
beans,
right,
Okay,
like
they
that.
don't. Exactly. Now, you also think of problems, you think of solution. My solution is I have a comfortable seat for my clients. I have good packaging. I think of how to deliver, make it
Right,
hot still. And the last thing is how do I make money? How do they pay me? And now there is mobile money. Either they pay through mobile money, but how do you connect it to your service to make it seamless? Either they are paying through their mobile money or they are paying through checks. I know maybe checks is not so common in Cameroon or credit cards, but you think of a way because most people come into TURACOS, they have a problem, they have a solution, but they have no way to make money. No, we're not for those kind of ideas. We want you to
right,
make money from your idea. So you think of how these people will pay you. How do you? So this is how innovative entrepreneurship is from three parts: problem, solution, and how you make money from the idea. I
right.
don't know if I answered your question, but please follow up with
I
another
mean,
question.
more than answered my question. You did. You more than answered the question because remember we wanted to talk about that and then see the benefits of the courses, which of course you have definitely answered. Except maybe you have other benefits,
Mhm.
I needed
Yep.
to get an example just so that we can, make it really very relatable. And I had to use
Mhm.
that example.
Yep.
There are loads of comments, and I mean, I'm like I said, don't steal my idea. This
Mhm.
Benia Rico is mine. Please
Yeah.
go and get yours. Okay, and
Yeah.
register for this course just so that you
Mhm.
can get your ideas
Mhm.
made innovative, because that's the difference. The key word
Mhm.
is innovation. Okay, how do you
Yep.
move? Because of course everybody is selling Benia Rico, but what is the branding that you
Mhm.
add? What is that X factor you add to your Benia Rico that makes all the difference? That's where
Mhm.
TURACOS is. That's what it's all about. Otherwise, it is just another entrepreneur organization or another entrepreneur talk. Which of course we
Yes.
are done with all of that, because anybody can sit in the media, get on Google and get these notes. But you see what she's
Mhm.
saying. She's a professional. She's here to make every one of our ideas innovative, and even, of course, stir us up to birth ideas, because that's the beautiful part of it. Everybody will be like, okay, I don't have an idea. No, we're saying as basic as nothing. Come on board, and we're going to make you creative and innovative. Keyword,
Mhm.
to insist
Yeah.
on that. Now,
Okay.
let me get the comments, okay? It's
Mhm.
a lot of, I love the people in the comment section because their contributions are quite important. Um, now say there's Jefferson is saying that with all that, the puff puff and beans will not be 200 again. I hope I got it right. And so
Mhm.
how do we keep it at that level of those buyers?
Mhm.
um I didn't get it quite well. Maybe he wants to rephrase
Yeah.
his question, but
No,
if you got the question, I think
yeah.
he's okay.
I
Go
think I
on. I
got it.
think
I think
yeah.
he said when you think of packaging, when you think of maybe my comfortable environment and you think of the delivery, of course you will not sell for 200 francs. Yes, and the profiles you are targeting will not want to pay 200 francs.
Of
And,
course.
and I want to say that making your product cheap, it's not being competitive, right? It's
Yes,
not
yes. It's
you're not
not.
because people will say, "Oh, I have a good product, but I just put it cheap because like so that I no, it's not. No, when your product is good, put the price that befits the product,
That
and
reflects, yeah, exactly.
exactly, and the people who will come, they know why they are paying that. They know all the benefits that will happen, so you will not sell it for 200 francs. So that's the
Packaging,
thing.
packaging is everything, and people pay for packaging. And I
Yep.
always say about the oh, go on. Let me not
No,
cut you.
now because I want to say that because we are talking benefits, we could bring in Lorianne to discuss like benefits from a student point of view. So
Okay.
once we are there, once you want her to come, you could also bring it from that point of view.
No, you
That's
let me
just
know
okay.
when you want her to come. I was just
Okay.
about adding the
Yes.
bit on, just to give the difference between what Jefferson is saying, to give a difference, extra difference. You see the paracetamol. I was having this conversation with somebody. I'm not sure who. I'm like, you see this paracetamol. There's this guy who sits by the roadside and has a kiosk that he just counts with his spoon paracetamol like 10 and give you for 100 or 500 or whatever. But
Yeah.
there's this pharmacy that has the pack and then another pack. Now, if you
Mm-hmm.
look at it deeply, the
Mm-hmm.
content is the same, but the packaging is different, and you
Yep.
pay more. What do you really pay more? It's not even the paracetamol; it's the
Mm-hmm.
packaging, and how to
True.
get that branding and packaging is makes all the difference. And
Exactly.
Turacos is here to place you on that pedestal. That's why she's insisting on innovative, because
Yep.
everyone can start off a paracetamol venture at the side of the
Yes.
road, even in your house. Just
Yep.
put your placard and say, "I'm selling paracetamol," and people come and buy. But
Exactly.
hey, I want you to feel comfortable, confident, and you come back again. And then there's that retentive, that thing at the back of your mind, which
Retention. Yep.
makes your brand
Yep.
stands out more than every other. So
Exactly.
who I'm brand
Yeah.
ambassador, man? You guys should cheer me up. Give me some hearts. Give me some hearts there, guys. So
And
yeah, let me take another comment before I get her on board.
yeah,
We
and
have
let me just point out another benefit that many people may underestimate. Turacos is opening a platform for networking.
oh
So
wow.
through our program, you would meet experts, and we are offering this platform where you meet these experts and you discuss one on one with them. You have a mix of lectures, you have a mix of coaching, and then this practical part where you go to the field. So you discuss with these experts, and what are the odds that without such a platform you're going to meet them? No, you're going to meet business angels. You're going to meet startup founders, and these business angels understand funding. So you can discuss your business with them. And once you come into our program, we actually encourage you to have a LinkedIn profile. You would be surprised by the number of Cameroonians who do not have a LinkedIn profile. They are not even active in there. I'm like, come on, have a LinkedIn profile. Sometimes people visit your profile and opportunities come up there. Just to give an example, one of the former student, we told him to have a LinkedIn profile. And from having a LinkedIn profile, he came there, I think 2 weeks later and said, oh, by having a LinkedIn profile, I already had an internship. I'm like, oh, you see? So
You see,
you're not having this LinkedIn profile it's not necessarily because of our program. There are other opportunities. And how do you want to connect with our coaches if you're not there, if you don't have this online presence? So LinkedIn is like Facebook for professionals, for business. So
exactly.
so this is the platform and this is the biggest benefit. We're offering a platform where you connect with experts to take your idea to another level. So that is another benefit that I would really want to stress besides the other learnings that you will get, including the pitching skills that you will learn from the program.
Now you get it. We're going to be meeting for your ideas to be innovative. There is need for us to meet with innovators, with people who have walked the talk, people who know what you are about to do. And you have a one-on-one conversation with them. This is about the biggest benefit of being part of TURACOS, just so you know. There are loads of ideas out there, but there are very few persons who can truly mentor you on such ideas. And so TURACOS is here to bridge that gap. And just like she said, it's a lot of, especially Cameroonians who are limited to Facebook. You're
Yeah.
here, Facebook and TikTok, that's your go-to platform. And because all they want to do is just to go and find things to gossip about, like I always say. But those of you are intentional. That's why I'm not really bothered. Those of you are here are people who truly want to learn. Okay. Sometimes they want to learn. They don't just want to stay on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and just go gallivant from one comment section to the other. I understand. But there are few organizations as such who really want to take up these ideas and make it something for them. So now you know that there are organizations that are interested in your ideas. Now you know that there are people who can hold your hand. Now you know that professional mentorship programs are such that you can benefit from. Okay, just so we know. And I love the way you define LinkedIn, that it's a social media platform like Facebook for professionals. So it doesn't just suffice for you to say, okay, I want to appear a professional, so I'm gonna go there and create a profile. It's for you to explore all of the benefits that come along. When you create a profile, of course, Toracos is there to hold your hand, but hey, you want to utilize or leverage on the
The
benefits of
opportunity.
that are there. You see, let me see. I see you, Vicky. Solange, I see you. Williams Jr. is saying that be innovative and creative is all good, but how do we get to brand and stand out of the masses? I think she's answered part of that question if she has more to add, but she's answered part of that question when she talked about linking us up to those professionals who can, of course, help us out with that. And of course, she said the business innovative training course one does the magic with this, I guess takes you to the another whole level. I don't know if you're just joining Williams because she did answer that. But if you have something to add, please add. And then just about time for us to get the guest, Lorraine. She has been behind the scenes. Normally we're meant to have other benefactors of this program. However, they're not here. We're going to be I'm brand ambassadors, so of course you've heard me talk about Turacos on the platform, and so many times we'll have more persons to come talk about Turacos on here, just so you get to the education is consistent. Okay, so we would have Lorraine, and she is, like I said, a benefactor. She's here to tell us. Let me get her beautiful face on screen. Hello, Lorraine. Welcome. Can you hear me?
I think she's
Check your
here.
mic. Check your mic. We can't hear you. Can you hear us? Send your sound up. Your sound is really low. You can barely hear you. Looks like you're
I'm
muted.
sorry.
Can you hear us?
I didn't. Yes, I can.
Okay. Before she gets to speak, Madam Franka, you would want to mute yourself Okay, just so that because this software we're using has an issue with right. Welcome, Lorraine.
Thank you.
All right. So
Thank
we're
you.
happy to
I'm
have
happy
you.
to be here.
Right.
Same here.
We're happy to have you. There are loads of people watching you, and of course, we want to know who you are, how you found yourself with TURACOS, and how it's been of benefit to you, and what stage are you? What have you done? What has TURACOS done for you as well? And let's have your story.
Okay, thank you very much. So my name is Mekonto Lorian. I'm 26 years old. I live in Cameroon. I graduated from the University of Buea in 2020. I studied microbiology. And so after that, it was kind of difficult to get a job. And for one, I am nothing of an entrepreneur. I've never had any ventures. I've tried to sell, little things when I was in school, but that was all about it. And I absolutely did not even know what I was doing. And so I started working in a Swiss company, and that's where I met Franka. And so I had this idea in mind of a business venture that I would like to pursue. And so I spoke to her. Sorry, I spoke to her about it, and she's like, the next cohort of TURACOS will be starting soon. If you'd like to apply for it, and then maybe you could get your idea come out of it. It was like, oh, sure, great. That's a wonderful idea. So I applied for it, and I got linked to David Dalbusco. He's a tech IT person who lives in Switzerland, and together with Franka, they were both my coaches, and the lessons were purely online, and it was extremely helpful. I got to understand several things, especially as I have no background whatsoever in economics or whatever. I studied microbiology, which is strictly science. And so for a start, it was a little bit difficult, but then their teaching and coaching were really explicit, really straight to the point, and it was not just theory. Like working with my idea, they would send me to the field, go out there and ask questions. What problems do your target people have? What solutions do they think will help them, and several other things. And I was really pushed like out of my comfort zone, because I was just so comfortable with selling online, come to one WhatsApp group and stuff like that. But now I had to actually go out there and talk to people face to face. And I was like, no. But then I tried. And I tried, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity and the idea that I had, and now it's actually manifesting into something tangible. And for one, I cannot even believe how far I came, and I'm just really, really, really happy about TURACOS.
Mm. I'm so happy to hear that. It's quite beautiful to hear beautiful, lovely testimonies from, I mean, somebody who's been part of the team and is benefiting from it. At what stage are you? Can we have an idea of your business idea if you want to share with us? Yeah, and at what level are you with Turacos as it is?
Mm. Well, so my business idea was to create. Let me start with the problem. So when I used to
I
study
love
in the
that. I
University of
love that.
Buea,
That's a good student, man. Yeah, go ahead.
let me start with the problem. So when I used to study in the University of Buea, there is this thing called tutorials, where students learn in class. The lecturers give 70% of what you need to know, and tutorials cover 20%. And you, on your part, you have to learn the extra 10% on your part. So these tutorials were really, really important, and students did not really understand its importance until they have written, let's say, the first semester, and then they realize that, oh, I really needed a tutorial, and then now they try to struggle to get tutorials here and there. And when I went out to the field to ask the students, they had several problems with their tutorials. Either it's clashing with their time for lectures, or what the tutor is teaching is not really personalized to their particular needs, because tutorial classes could be like 50 people or more, and so slow learners do not really have time to catch up with the others, among several other problems. So I came up with the, why not have a platform or an app, most especially, where students could just on the go for their tutorials. It could be one-on-one, it could be just you and the tutor explain you, let's say, a particular concept of physics, or it could be a group session where you and your classmates come and learn from this tutor. And the difference is, the innovative part is that it's on demand and it's on the go. You could book or cancel your lessons at time, at anywhere. And the most important is that you get a push in your education and come out successful. And so at the moment, I had a meeting with Franka and my coach the other day, because I had graduated already. I think it was December, if I'm not mistaken. I have terrible memory. And now I'm actually, I got funding from TURACOS, and actually got into
I love to hear that beat. I love to hear when I
and
hear
actually
funding.
got
Woo! Right.
I guess I was in the training, university training part two, I guess.
You
So
are, yeah,
yes,
that should be
I
part
got the
two, yeah.
yeah. So I got the funding for it and everything. And so far, I got several tutors who were interested in giving these tutorials for the tutors, for the students. Sorry. And I guess the first mistake that I made was that and it was not really a mistake. It was like the point from the start to first centralize it to a particular department or a particular subject, and then move on from there. So the subject for which I gathered tutors for, the students did not really need tutors for that one. And so now the students can have tutorials for French. We realize that that's the really most very important course in the university, and many students in UB have a really hard time with French. And so now on our website, igloo slash not slash dash tutors.com, you could go on there and book a lesson, book a tutor for your tutorials right now, for a lesson tomorrow, or for a lesson on Friday, or whenever. So that's the point I'm at right now.
Wow. Oh my God. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we see young, vibrant youths who are not wasting their time on social media doing nonsense, who are investing their time judiciously and getting something out of it. Now, it's always good to say that when we come here, people just talk, but hey, Lorraine is an example, okay, of somebody. By the way, I love the way you speak. You speak so, so well. And I mean, you can sell any
Thank
product to
you.
anybody and we're gonna buy it. I
Thank
love that
you.
you started off as a novice, started off as a novice. You got with no business acumen, you got to the level where, had to get to meet with the team, problematic, like you said, then had a solution. And then the part of making money, I love money, man. I love that bit. And yeah, so I think we've literally gone around the life cycle of everything that she mentioned. And yeah, so at this stage, you can now be a brand ambassador. I think I'm just stealing your position. You're fit to be brand ambassador for TURACOS as it is. So I'm really happy. I wish we had other persons. Like I said, we'll be having loads of sessions on here to get other examples like Lorraine, for those of you who are just joining, other examples like Lorraine get to talk and share their stories with us, just so we see that TURACOS is not just another company or talk about entrepreneurship. We are on a different pedestal. And this is not me saying this because I'm brand ambassador. I don't brand for any organization. I mean, my followers know that already. The most important thing is they are doing more than even what I bargained for. You see, I see all of these examples. When I even got on board, I didn't know that there were loads of them. Yeah, I knew, of course, a lot of there are a couple of examples, but it's much more than that, and it's given me an opportunity, I would say, to even learn more of or revise more of my notes that I'd forgotten in the university. So it's an opportunity, and I hope that loads of you are learning, um, understanding, and you would want to be part of it as well. You don't lose. It's a win-win thing. Okay, you get on there, even if you are not getting to maybe get all through to the level of pitching and funding and all of that. The education in itself is worth it. Okay, just so you know, because sometimes there's no bad education. There's no wasted education. Just so you know, you might not be interested in it as it is right now, but of course, who knows? We tomorrow is pregnant, and like we say, we don't know the sex of the baby, so you don't know. Just like some of us studied sciences and we found ourselves in the media now. You can only imagine where tomorrow takes you to. So this is very important. And of course, the world is very innovative. It has been digitalized, it's been technology, and the rest. You want to be part of this bandwagon. You want to join it because at the end of the day, everybody that's the happening thing. You want to be part of it. And Turacos makes good use of technology, to pass on this education. So again, we'll come back to Madam Franca. There are loads of comments here. No education is a waste. Yes, go Lorraine. Lorraine, we're having loads of comments for you. Somebody is saying sweet English and Turaco all the way. No, it is Turacos. Turacos. I need you to spell it in the comments just so that we don't make a mistake. Okay, Turacos. I'm not sure. I thought it's showing on the flyer. Okay, it's at the background and we've covered it up. So it's Turacos. Did I get it right? Yes,
You did.
TU. Okay, somebody has said Toraco. No, it's not Toraco. And that's it. Okay, I guess there's an admin in the comment section, and that's it. So Turacos. Okay, I don't know if I even pronounce it properly. I always just Turacos. Okay, so that's it. That's the name. You want to Google it. You want to get on our website and get more information that we've not had. I remember at the beginning before we came on here, she was like, "Oh, we're gonna be there for just 30 minutes now. Have you seen the time?" And we're not even halfway gone, so you can only imagine the number of sessions we need to have to pass this education out there. So we need to create our time and get to do it. So we've rounded this an hour. If you have a question, please put it in the comment section. But hey, just so that the boss would follow up on what Lorraine has said and maybe add one or two things that I've not asked, and then we can take one or two questions and we can call it a day. Yes, over to you, Madam Franca.
Okay, so thank you so much, L'Oreal, for presenting it. So it's always good to see, and also for me, not really only for the audience, to
Right.
see how the alumni or the students perceive Turacos and what we always do. We have a feedback culture in at Turacos where we try to. So what was really interesting? What did you like? What did you not like? So
Mm-hmm.
that is how we work. And I just want to point out where you said no education is a waste. So I want to tell the audience today that even if you're joining Turacos to say, oh, but I do not really want to be an entrepreneur because not everybody wants to have their own business.
Right.
At your place of work, you need to think as an entrepreneur.
Mm,
Like I know there are many people joining Turacos and probably just students who graduated, or maybe they are not yet at the level of graduation. But your future employer wants to see you identify problems or recognize that there is a problem and then think of how to find a solution. And this is what the Business Innovation Training 1 will give to you. How to think as an entrepreneur. How do you get into your workplace and they say, oh, there is a problem with work schedule, there is a problem, people come at work late, or maybe your boss gives you this task. And then as an
right.
entrepreneur, you first of all start with what is the problem and how do we solve it? So we give
Mm,
you problem solving skills. This is something you will graduate with. And you can take it anyway. It could be your own business. It could be another person's business whom you're working for. So this is another benefit that I want to stress on, that you are going to have these skills that may help you for your own business or for your future employer or current employer, right? Because we have people in our program who left, but they did not establish their own business, but it's helping them at their current place of work. So let's take note of that. And I do not know if there are questions, but I'm open to answering. I just put forward, I canceled my next appointment, so I still have some time to answer questions. There is no issue right now. I just wrote that I will not be joining the meeting. Another thing I don't know if this is the right time to say it. The program registration is still ongoing.
That was the last question I had before
Mm-hmm.
getting on there. And just so
Yeah.
you know that, like she has said, you might not end up being an entrepreneur like that. However, what you benefit is problem solving skills. And hey, you can also solve those problems in your relationships, just so we know. Okay. Yeah, you should know that. Okay, tell us about the fees, how to enroll, and all of that.
Okay, so how to enroll is there is a link. I guess you've posted a lot about that link, but we can still
Bless
share
you.
it in the comments or maybe later on. So
Right.
you filled a registration form where we actually want to just understand who are you. So you go from put in your name, your educational background, so from maybe high school certificate or bachelor's degree, master's, whatever you have, and then to do you have a business idea? These questions is just to understand who is the applicant, who is coming to us. What is the stage of your existing business idea, if you have one or not? And
Right.
then the next stage, once you submit this form, we invite you for a get to know interview where you actually have not a chance to learn about us and we learn about you. So to make sure there is a fit, our program is strictly for those who want to work on, on with us. So it's not for everybody. So we try to do
Right.
a natural selection. And
Right.
then again, if we say we are a fit, we send you the financing, to pay
Mhm.
the fees. Where if you want to join in person, you can it's 50,000 francs CFA. But if you want to join online, it's 35,000. I want to point out that 50,000 francs is not the worth of
Of course.
Turacos program. Our program, if we calculate by the expert hours, it's worth about 20,000 Swiss francs for the 16 sessions. But we are bringing it down in order to make it affordable and accessible to the many out there. So 50,000 francs, it's just the price on paper, but in reality, that is not the fees. Totally
Yes.
not for a Swiss
Most, most,
kind of training. No. And then, so it's 50,000 francs in person, 35,000 francs for those joining online. And it's 16 sessions just to refresh our brains again of what I said before for the business innovation training. Did I answer every part?
I think you did. You did. Just to stress on the fact that again, 50,000 francs safer. This is about $100. It's about 75 pounds. It's I don't know how the Swiss exchange is, but just
Yeah.
to let you understand that this is nothing compared to the education. Now, if you've been here from start till now, you realize if it's a business setup or a more professional setup, or just say a seminar, you would pay more. And guess what? It is just for that 30-minute slot. Some people pay more just to get this education you've had. And like we said, there's no education that is wasted. And hey, if you have to pay to get to be educated, please pay to be educated. Because like somebody said, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Then you understand exactly what it is. So please, 50, I mean, if you want to be fair, 50,000 francs is something that you spend on things, trivialities, things that really don't help you. And we know what I'm talking about. You see, if I was maybe selling a Brazilian wig on here, I'm more than certain that I would have had clients to, some of you go out of your way to borrow, to steal, to kill, and to destroy, to come and pay for things that don't add value. I'm talking about value, and we all understand exactly. So, hey, it's not about, oh, please come and do. Those who know, who they know. What we're selling is education, and people who value education really understand that. So, please contact Madam Franka. What's the contact, please?
Yeah.
Turacos. I thought I saw the Turacos admin. Somebody in the
Yeah.
comment section, please put the contact number. That's so that I can put it on the screen, and every other person can get it.
Okay. Let me do it. I have access to that now. So
Right. Somebody is also asking, is there classic Carol is
a
saying, is there a
partic-
particular session for the enrollment?
Okay, so we had to start in May, but there are not enough seats anymore. So then those registering now will join from July on. So you can
Okay.
still register, but we will start from July. Yeah. That
Okay.
would be the
So if I understand the
Mhm.
session, this session is all taken. It's
Exactly.
fully
Mhm.
okay.
It's
So
not
they're
going wrong.
fully
Yeah.
booked. We're fully booked now. That notwithstanding, you can
Mhm.
register now just so that you don't get into July and they say, okay, we're fully booked
Mhm.
too. So you want to be an early bird, please.
Mhm.
That's the number on your screens. You can get to us through WhatsApp and ask
Mhm.
your many questions, okay? But hey,
Mhm.
sacrifice this for your future, for your children, for your family, for your friends, for your
Mhm.
sisters, your siblings. Okay,
Yeah.
if you don't want to be part of it, maybe your hands are
Mhm.
busy. Please get your
Mhm.
younger ones on here to benefit from this free education that we're giving. Starting up
Mhm.
businesses. What we're trying to raise people who are more entrepreneur and employer conscious. Okay,
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
just employees. Oh, we're looking for a job every day. We're looking for a job. The government will not employ every one of us. Just so we know, okay? I just
Yeah.
needed to throw that out. The government cannot, no government can employ all of its youths.
Yeah.
How about us waking up from that and saying, you know what? How about me starting up something for myself
Mhm.
and becoming my own boss? You see what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
please do that,
Yeah.
okay? And while we say that, there's however no problem or no problem in being an employee. We're just
Yeah.
saying rather than sitting and not doing anything and thinking, okay, I'm waiting for that application and all of that, you might as well get busy and do something out of the box, like
Yeah.
Turacos is encouraging us to do.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
final word.
just yeah, and just to add something, I see that maybe there are women in your audience right now. Women tend to shy away from entrepreneurship when especially when I use the word innovative. I'm still saying because we have over 100 applications, and I can tell you that about 10 to 15% are women, where the other and so I really want to encourage the women to do it. I always say this is if I can do it, you can do it, right? There is no for us women, when we see something, we are always held back. Is it really for me? Can I go there?
Yeah,
Whereas the
exactly.
men just go in and then they say, oh, if they choose me, they choose me. If I don't, there's nothing. Like the men are
Well,
always
I think it's
ready to grab. Yes. So, but the women, so I want to encourage the ladies, and I guess I'm really happy that Lorian joined because she's a woman, and to show
well,
that hey,
woman, exactly.
that she's if she's thinking in an innovative way, started with a problem and now thinking of a solution, and it's not an easy journey. So let me put it out there, but at least it's a starting point, and we are there to hold your hand and to create this platform for you to be part of it. Hey, just write to us and let's answer your questions and let's see.
Right. I'm happy about that. And like you said, are not very. Women are always very not very. They're very risk averse. They
Yes.
always, yes. So we're skeptical. Huh? If I take in my 50,000 African with eating that, so you know what I'll do now. The men, they're the more logical persons, They're looking at if there's a potential in it, I might as well go for it because we're risk takers like that. So, but we're here to say that, hey, you saw three women on screen today. These are all women who are part of Miracles. So just so you know, okay. So just so you want to be part of this amazing work that women are doing was championing, was spearheading. And I'm happy that Lorraine pitched, I mean, she literally put out everything out there. No, you could tell nobody was behind her, pushing her or speaking for her. Just so you know, there was no teleprompter. Just so you know, that was that lady talking about her experience and what she's benefited from this organization, and you should be the next. Okay. All right, then. I think we've literally come to the end of our talk, and just 5 trivial questions. That's a link in the comment section. If you want to register, just put the link in the comment section. But most importantly, before you register, you might want to get on WhatsApp with the number that is still displayed on your screen as it is, so that you can ask. Okay, just to be double sure if you didn't get something right. Yeah, Laura, let's see, I'm calling you Lorraine. So Madam Franca, this is
Yes.
a tradition, okay? So when I
Yeah.
have a guest, I always want them to take a fire trivial questions. Fire
Okay.
trivial questions are very short questions that you get to answer without really thinking, and you give
Okay.
a yes or no, or
Okay.
just a one word answer. It's not explaining, and you don't
Yeah.
get to think. Are you ready for it?
Okay. Before you start, I want to ask on what kind of subject?
No, it's just general question. Don't worry yourself.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
general, so you could end up answering questions on politics.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So.
But don't worry, I'm not gonna put you into trouble. I know where you're in. You're getting.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Ready? Yeah. I guess so.
Okay. So Aero and Fufu or Achu.
Arrow.
Okay. Afrobeat or Makosa.
Afrobeat.
Wine
I
or
don't know.
cocktail.
Wine. Red wine. Yeah. Wine.
Okay. Polygamy or monogamy.
Monogamy.
CPDM or opposition.
Is there a none? Is there a none somewhere?
You
Like,
must answer.
okay. Like, is there a way to just stand in the middle? So,
What exactly are you doing in the middle? You're either for citizen or your opposition, because even if you sit in the middle, you are not for them.
can I answer it in a Swiss way? It depends. It depends.
It depends on what exactly.
on the mood, on the who is going to run next. We don't know who is going to run for CPDM next. We know what is the opposition. The opposition, they are abroad, right? So we don't know. So it depends.
Now you had to explain that one. I don't know. Each time we get to that point, I have a lot of people with hesitations and stuff. Okay, so I get you. Have you heard about the concept of 80/20?
Yes, I've heard about it. I'm following it. I'm following the debates. Yeah.
So 80/20 or the other. Let's just say the other angle.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I think every country is practicing 80/20. Even in Switzerland, they are practicing it. It may not be black and white, like push it out there,
Yeah.
but it's. I mean, I just give an example. You come into Switzerland, it's even on the website. The job is given first to the nationals. If the nationals are not qualified, you give it to EU before considering non-EU. So
I think
it's
enough
clear.
said. Enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said. Do you love a cappella or pre-recorded sounds?
Pre-recorded sounds.
Oh no, I was not asking you to sing, just so you know.
No,
We're
yeah.
just asking.
No, but on a serious note, I guess the other sounds a cappella. I don't remember the last time I sat and I listened to one, so I guess
To an
I
a
listened.
cappella. Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Delhi TV or CRTV?
Delhi TV, I'm here. Right?
Oh, you see, you you dare not. You dare not.
I'm here. I'm here, right? Delhi TV.
Okay, Madam Franka, thank you so much. That's my boss, guys. Just so you know, this is where we call it quit. This is where we round up on our awesome show. I'm looking forward to having you again come on board.
Certainly.
I'm laughing at the comment section. Okay, that's when we're looking forward to having you come on board again. Talk to us about TURACOS, get many more persons on board. As the brand ambassador, I'm hoping that I'm doing my job well, and I'm hoping that I get to bring more persons on here so that we can, be on this boat together. Thank you so much for coming. And yeah.
Thank you as well. And next time I'll be bringing another entrepreneur. This time will be a man. So we have many men who have gone through the program. So let the women not be scared because their ideas are kind of gigantic and, so a little bit too crazy out there, but still it will be fine. So thank you so much for having me. I really hope I could address some of the issues that the people out there have. So let them feel free to write to us. We will respond or by email or visit our website. Cameroonians don't visit website. Go to our website.
I know. Tell me about it. Go to our website, okay? Again, the link is in the comment section if you're just joining. And if you are just joining, please, after this, get to start the video from the beginning and watch all through because there's a lot that we talked about. And of course, it's very important. I see Oliver Roberts. I see Titus UC. I see Classic Carol, yes, all of you, those of you who watched behind the scenes, I could not see your comments, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And it's bye bye from my boss, Franka Ebai, the boss, the founder, and the CEO of TURACOS, co-founder,
Mhm.
anyway,
Yep.
and CEO
Mhm.
of TURACOS. I'll see her again on here and see you also next time. Bye
Okay.
bye from my
Thank you.
crew.
Bye.
Please, bye. Bye bye, everyone. Bye. I'll see you around. See you around. See you all around. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your lovely selves.